Hi Virgos, welcome to Tarot in the Dark. My name is Tori, and tonight we're going to take a look at the upcoming week. We're going to look at the week of June 23rd through the 29th, okay? When I was just preparing for your reading, meditating, I kept getting cards showing that there's a need for some softness, okay? I think you're going through massive changes in your life. There are a lot of signs going through changes, but I noticed that your last several readings seem to be about transitioning and changes occurring in your life. I am seeing the Tower in my mind's eye right now. So I think just Spirit's just asking you to, I don't know if this has anything to do with the reading, but just to be gentle with yourself, to give yourself some TLC, and to allow things to be as they are, okay? It does feel to me like you probably are applying some pressure to yourself, and it could be to your detriment that that's occurring. So I'm just advising you that, you know, Spirit's just encouraging you to really give yourself a break. Bottom deck energy is seek healing. Yeah, see, there's like phases that you've been going through. You've been transitioning and kind of coming out of the dark into the light, especially with this new moon and beginnings here. We have a new moon in Cancer this week on the 25th, so I would set your intentions for the things that you desire to bring in, okay? Jupiter has been delivering a ton of blessings and gifts over last week and this week with Jupiter moving into Cancer. So you may be reaping some of those benefits, but you got to give yourself a little bit of grace and patience in order for those things to come in. The bottom deck energy is life is speeding up. All right, that's awesome. And then the hummingbird spirit, be here now. Spirit is asking you to be present. I think because of the transitioning and the changes, all of the changes that have been taking place in your life, I think that there's maybe an ask to have you pause and take a second to really assess, you know, like what's going on, where you're at, where your head is, and where you're going, okay? It feels like a lot's changing. The liminality card is all about transitions and limbo. It's about mystery and renewal. So it's almost like a death card, okay? And then at the bottom of the deck here, you have the crone, and the crone came out in reverse. I'm going to try to find it. This is a newer deck, so I want to see what this energy is. The crone is Cancer energy, living in the unknown, wise and unafraid, speaking truth to power, shepherd for grief, powerful, paradoxical. So the crone in reverse is having challenges with not knowing, right? Being unwilling to accept the unknown, like sitting in the mystery and letting the mystery create fear within you. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's a lot happening in your life, Virgos, but I do see it being for your benefit. I swear every reading that I've done so far, this Jupiter good fortune card has come out. So absolutely, this week is the week of luck for all signs. This may have something to do with, this is the 5th house energy, so the power of love, investments, gambles, and your creations. This is Leo energy here. You may be being asked to step out of your comfort zone, okay? With that 5th house energy there, you may be being asked to step out of your comfort zone in order to create a new beginning. There could be a blessing and a gift that Jupiter is trying to offer you, but it's going to be something that's going to require you to be present. And maybe you've been so busy trying to do just to keep yourself distracted. I think Spirit has been asking you, if I'm correct, I'll go back and look at last week's title, but I think Spirit's been asking you to kind of address and assess, you know, and analyze, do some inner child like shadow work. That's what I've been picking up from Virgos, I believe. But let me get the cards out. So far you have the 8 of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the World, the Knight of Cups, okay, the Moon, yeah, fears, the Tower. I think I was picking up on that Tower energy earlier. I think this is the Seven of Cups. Yeah. One more. And the Ten of Wands. Something ended, and it's definitely Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck with the Fool, the Hierophant, Six of Wands. I want to see what's underneath here. The Lovers. Definitely has to do with love, guys. I was definitely feeling that energy. You could have left a situation, a relationship, marriage, long-term partnership. It's put you in a state of grief, sadness. This feels to me like you're in the anger stage of grief, or trying to get to the place to where you can accept it. It feels like denial, anger, some delusion here with the Eight of Cups, illusions in regards to whether or not this is actually over. So what I'm hearing is that for some of you, you could be questioning whether or not something is truly over, or whether or not you're willing to give it up. Okay, this could be someone else, so take it as it resonates. Someone could be questioning whether or not they want a fresh start with you. Okay? So if you recently departed from someone, if you separated from a relationship, and this is not you, then the other party is in a state of confusion. They're not sure if they should take action towards you and offer you something, or if they should allow this chapter to close out. There's confusion because there's still love here. There's still love here, but no one is taking action. And because no one is taking action, it's going to naturally just close out. With the Seven of Cups and the World, the cycle is going to close itself out if nothing happens. So it's almost as if there's a transition period that's taking place that you're in right now, where Jupiter is trying to offer you good fortune and good luck. And you have to figure out whether or not that means remaining single with this Nine of Pentacles, or whether or not you want to take advantage of another opportunity with this person. But there needs to be a conversation. There needs to be forward movement. Someone could actually be taking action this week with the Knight of Swords and the Tower, like all of a sudden gaining clarity in regards to what they want to do. And it could be, I'm not even gonna lie, one of you could be receiving another love offer, and that could be the reason why someone else is deciding to take action. So say, for example, you're dealing with someone that you separated from. That person has separated from you. You guys decided to part ways and go in different directions. One of you was dissatisfied in the relationship, if not both. One of you were dissatisfied, decided to walk away, facing your fears, walking away towards happiness. You get a love offer from someone else after closing this out because it was a burden, and then all of a sudden now that person wants to come in and make a love offer to you, and it's causing like an uproar, and it's causing confusion. You could be getting offers from two different people, and you're like, somebody from the past and somebody new, and you're like, well, I thought I was done with the past. So now you're in a state of like confusion, like, well, what do I do? Like, what does suit me? And Spirit is asking for you to be present right now, to learn your lessons from your past experiences, and to assess whether or not you want to go back down that rabbit trail, or if you want to choose to operate with the new. But either way, there's an ask for you to pause with that Seven energy there, Spirit, and with the Seven of Cups here with the World. Spirit is asking you to stop and assess where you are, to not move so fast, but to assess and evaluate what's going to be the benefit to your life. Because both of these energies are showing up as knights, Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups. That's typically about some form of communication. But there's some healing that needs to be done here. And I think that Spirit would like you to seek healing before you jump into either one of these situations. Because there does seem to be a lot of confusion. There could be a lot of options. You or the other person could have a lot of options. But with this Ten of Wands energy and the Knight of Cups, it's like that offer coming in is presenting itself as a burden. There's something about that situation that you could feel is a potential risk, especially with the fire around. And if you need to escape it now. Don't be fooled by the rose-colored glasses of love bombing. Okay? And again, this could be you or the other party. And in addition, this Knight of Swords with the Tower, this is very aggressive in my opinion. This is aggressive energy. This is energy that may speak without actually thinking about what they want. So this energy could come in and speak some type of truth to you just randomly out of the blue and then flee shortly after. It doesn't feel like it's energy of someone that's consistent, or at least they're coming in showing up as inconsistent. That may change, but only you would know. The first thing to do is to seek healing and to assess exactly where you want to go. You see this liminality card. This is too about options. You see transitions, changes, options. There's a lot going on within. And the only way to figure out what to do is to assess each and every one of these as an option first. All right. I hope that this resonates with you. I hope it made sense. Don't ignore where you're investing your energy, Virgos. That message is coming through very strongly. Don't ignore where you're investing your energy. Be sure that you're investing it in safe spaces, because I will tell you, these two, the Tower and the Ten of Wands here with the Seven of Cups and the Moon, is giving me energy of caution. I would be cautious in moving forward with anything here until you know that you're safe, okay? Alrighty, I hope it resonates. If so, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.